Good morning. Who's doing dry January with me? Today is January 2nd. It's Monday, so it's the first day back after the holidays. My second year doing dry January. It's so hard to say. And I think that there are some things that I learned last year and throughout the year of doing really heavy, uh, you know, self improvement stuff that may be able to help you. First of all, I want you to know that you're doing a really good thing for yourself. Dry January doesn't have to mean anything except what you want it to mean. It can be just a temporary break. It can be dipping your toe in the water of stopping drinking entirely. For me, I just wanted to make sure that I could do it, because who wants to go through life saying, oh, I can't go an entire month without a drink? That just, that's that wrong with me, because I want to be in control of my life. And so much of what I talk about and what I think about and what I teach about is being the best version of yourself and living in alignment with your own goals and with energy. I'm big on spiritual energy. And you know how they call wine and booze, they call it spirits, right? So, shouldn't spiritual people love spirits? Well, maybe, but I'll tell you my opinion of the spirits that you buy in the store. I think that they became known as spirits because they kind of make you feel temporarily the same way that you do when you're living in a really spiritual groove in your life and you're finding joy within yourself. And that's exactly what makes it so hard to give up, right? Because we all want joy. Joy is like, I don't know about you, but for me, it's the whole reason that I'm alive, looking for joy. So, if I'm thinking about going without drinking, depriving myself of alcohol for a month, that's not going to go over really well, is it? But if I think of it in terms of getting in touch with my spirit, not the spirits that you buy in a bottle. And as the sainted Amy Winehouse would say, I know happiness don't come in a shot glass. What are we going to do? We're going to get used to the way we feel without alcohol. This is kombucha, by the way. Highly recommend it. If you are a person who has experiencing some gut issues, or really if you're just a person who likes to feel healthy, which is carbonated, it's like fermented tea, which sounds really weird, and kombucha gets a bad rap. I think it's excellent. I drink it every day. The brand that I drink is GT's Synergy, but they're all really good, from my opinion. Just as an aside, that's one thing that really helped me kick alcohol, because the stuff, I don't know, it does something to your body. It makes things just work a little bit better. I don't know. I'm no scientist, but I'm really excited to be doing dry January again. During the holidays, my birthday is December 15th, so that was kind of a disaster this year. But anyway, I learned a lot from it. So generally, starting from Thanksgiving on to the end of the year, I tend to overindulge. I drink too much. I eat too much. It's the holidays. It's the natural time of year in the winter when we just slow down and overindulge and feast and make merry, right? Well, that's fine. But I was starting to feel not so good physically, and also a little cloudy mentally, which I don't like. And I knew, because I used to be a daily drinker, that was what that feels like. And that was an inflection point for me, my friends. I could have gone back and said, well, I know what it feels like to be kind of buzzed all the time, a little hungover. I can do that. I know how to deal with that. But I didn't want to do that, because even though I know it really well, it sucks. That little bit of time when you're buzzed, when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling spiritual, goes away, and God, you have to pay in so many other ways for that feeling. But kiddos, I have discovered, God, you're just going to have to take my word for this because I wouldn't have believed me either. But having a really strong spiritual practice and being really grounded and joyful in yourself and your reality without having booze or, fake spirits in your system, that's the shit, my friend. And it takes, more work than just going down to your store, your liquor store, and getting a bottle of whatever will soothe your anxiety, your pain, your whatever, for the evening, and then having to suffer the next day, cloudy head, icky gut, getting fat, blah, blah, blah. So that's what you have to pay for when you're deep in your alcohol situation. I've been there. But when you switch that and you get deep into your spirituality and into your improving of yourself and really finding your joy, that buzzy feeling, it's there like a lot of the time, most of the time. It's kind of weird and crazy, and that's why I call it magic. So can you drink wine and be a magical person, be on a magical path? Of course you can. But just like everything else in your life that you do, it's important to be conscious and to stay conscious of what you're doing. It's important to know, okay, this is going to make me feel weird. I'm going to feel gross tomorrow. Do I really want to do this? Does the momentary few hours maybe lift, getting my mind off my emotional ickiness, getting my head off my problems? Is that enough for a few hours to balance out all that ickiness, all that pain, all the maybe things I shouldn't have said? Basically just taking time away from my own growth and development and joy. Is it worth it, those few hours? Ultimately, I had to decide no, it's not. I mean, maybe every once in a while it's worth it. But overall, big picture, it's not. So that's why I did Dry January last year. And it's enabled me to take so much more control of my life. And, when you can't blame shit on drinking or on being drunk, you gotta take a lot more responsibility. And that kind of sucks at first. But then you're like, yay, I kicked that habit out of my way, and now I can get on with things and building the life that I want, which is what I've been able to do since I got in control of my drinking habit. And that's what Dry January, hard to say, last year did for me. I wrote an article, it's on Medium, where I publish most of my work. And it's called How Adjusting My Beverage Consumption Changed My Life. That's a sexy title, isn't it? Well, anyhow, it really did change my life. And I cut out coffee entirely. I don't drink coffee at all anymore. I used to drink coffee daily. I'm 50. I quit coffee when I was 48. I started drinking coffee when I was 17. You do the math. I don't know. I drank coffee a long time. But I started drinking a mushroom beverage instead. I drink mud water. And, there's lots of brands out there. That's the one that I really like. It's vegetarian for one thing. A lot of those other ones, check their ingredients. They got cow in them. Ugh. Who wants to wake up with cow bones in their guts? Not me. So just give me good old mud water. That's the one I like. Vegetarian, vegan, yummy, yummy, yummy. And so that was one change that I made in my beverage consumption. But the other one was, I can't really say one was bigger than the other. But the other change was cutting way, way down on my alcohol wine consumption, which is, of course, what we're talking about here today. So, my loves, it's January 2nd, and perhaps you spent yesterday, Sunday, the first day of the year, feeling hungover, not at your best, and maybe that gave you a reason to really not have much of an impulse to drink yesterday. And that's okay. You got a head start. So forget that hair of the dog, even if you're still not feeling the best. Just give yourself permission to feel it. It's okay. And think about how you want this year to be, how much control you want to take in writing this year's script, creating the movie of this year, of which you are the star. Maybe spend some time today thinking about that, journaling about that. And then at the end of the day, you can notate the fact that you didn't drink at all today, and you will feel proud of yourself. And every day that you mark a day that you didn't drink will be a day that you feel a little more powerful. And that's cool. So I'm running a little program, very low-key, low-stress, little online program called Dry January Magic. It's a little hard to say, but it's not that hard to do. And if you want to join, there's a link in my link tree. It's Dry January Magic. I think it's the first one on my, and we'll have little chats, like this, and you can chat back to me and to each other. Give each other some moral support. I'll give you some moral support. We talk about when we have some challenges, maybe some kind of social event that you need to go to, and you're just thinking, oh God, I just really need a drink for this. Check in. We'll talk you through it. So that's what that's all about. It is only lasts for the month of January. It's on Coach.me. It has a little place too where you can now I can see you. It's got a little place too on the Coach.me app where you can check off every day that you didn't drink, and it's really cool. Like to take part in Dry January and glean knowledge from me and from other people who are trying to do the same thing that you're doing, looking after yourself and improving your life by taking this step. Maybe you'll go back to drinking in February. Maybe you won't. Who knows? Your life is yours to create. So I love you. Have an excellent day. Make the choice not to drink today. It's the first proper day of Dry January, and you can do this. I will see you soon. Chat me up if you want to talk about it. Okay, love you. Bye.